Okay, today I'm going to make a little bit of a video just explaining like how your nuts and bolts work, because I know like sometimes it's a little bit confusing when you have to draw them. How do you draw them when you give an M16? How do you get the measurements and so on? So the first thing you need to know is when you're drawing a nut, they give you say M16, okay? You want to work out what the size of your hexagon will be in comparison to the one on the paper. So normally what you say is you'll say 0.5 times diameter, which in this case would be 16. So 0.5, sorry, 1.5 times 16 would give you 24, I think. Let's just double check that. Yeah, 24. Okay. So now that is your complete diameter for the circle that you're going to make to get your nut. So you need to divide that by 2 to get 12 to get your radius to draw your hexagon. So once you've got your 12 measurements, what you're going to do is you're going to, on your piece of paper, so this is obviously just practice, so there's nowhere specific to draw it, but say you're doing a mechanical analytical, you'll draw it where you might need to do it. Perhaps it's an auxiliary view, perhaps it's on like a top view or anything or something like that. Okay. So you got your circle there. Okay. I'm just going to make do with that. So where your middle point is for your circle, what I want you to do is draw a line going across and then a line going up as well, so that we can draw our hexagon without too much issue. So say we have our points from this point here. Okay, so we have a mark over there and a mark over there. Then we're going to go to the bottom. We will have a mark over here as well as a mark, oh my goodness, over here as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to quickly do is just draw in. Obviously you'll connect your bits together to get your hexagon, so I'm going to do that quickly. Okay, so there it will look like that. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to draw two things for you. The 3 face of the hexagon and the 2 face. So obviously I'm going to have to flip the board around, but let's just start with the 3 face. So normally when they give you the height of your nuts, you know, they draw it, then they have that thing on their paper worksheet thing. They generally give you the height of that, okay? But if they don't give it to you, 0.8 times your diameter will be for your nut, and 0.7 times your diameter will be for your bolt, okay? So this would be considered a nut, but if there's like a shaft thing at the bottom, then it becomes a bolt. Okay, so now let's just flip this around quickly so that I can do the 3 face for you guys quickly. So there we obviously have our hexagon now in its true shape, because we've used the measurements that we need to use. Now we obviously want to draw it in. So the first thing we're obviously going to do is we're going to say 0.8 times the M16. So there we go, 0.8 times 16. And that will give us 12.8. So we're going to have a height of 12.8. Okay. Then we are going to just grab the sides down. So we're going to take this side and make a line going to up, this line, this line, and this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to do that quickly. And then when I've done that, we're going to continue. Okay, so there are all our lines. So now what I'm going to do is at the bottom, I'm going to just draw a solid line like that. And then we're going to measure 12.8. So you can round it off to be 13. Or you can really just try to make it 12.8 if you really, really want. Okay. So I'm going to do about 13. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to grab your ruler. You're going to draw a light construction line going across. And then we're going to be left with this. So obviously we want to do the curves. So let's start filling in that first. So with your curves, you always need your 60-degree ruler. So what you're going to do is you're going to, at this corner bit here, line up your 60-degree ruler. And you're going to draw a line going down just straight through like that. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So you're going to go to this corner here. You're going to draw a line going straight down like that. Okay, then on this side, what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, draw a line going down, and you're going to do the same on the other side over here. You are going to take your ruler and draw a line going down like that, so that you have light construction lines that look like that. Okay, and then I just want to grab the right measurements on my compass, and then we'll continue. Okay, and then you're going to take your compass, you're going to start it at that bottom bit over there, and you're going to line it up to the top line over there. And you're just going to make an arc just like that. All right, then when you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to change the measurements of your compass, okay, to line up with the edge over here. Oh my goodness, it's very difficult when these lines are very, very small. I know, like, it can be very tedious. Okay, so there, you're going to line it up, you're going to make your arc. Okay, I'm going to do these off camera because I think it will be a little bit easier for me. And then when I've done that, I will continue. Okay, so try not to be as shaky as me, but it should look like that base, something like that when you're done. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to make these lines here solid. So I'm going to do that quickly. Okay, just like that. Now, to get these edge bits, you need to take 30 degrees. You're going to make a line over there on the side, just like that. You're going to do the same on the other side. So you're going to grab your ruler. Going to use 30 degrees, just like that. And then you are going to draw a line across. Okay, and then that's basically done. So if you need to do, say, the top and the bottom with these curves, you would basically just flip the drawing around and do the same step just at the bottom. Okay, so I hope that kind of makes sense, but I'm sure it does. And then let me just flip the board and we're going to do the two faces. So this is obviously three faces because we have 1, 2, 3 that we are busy seeing. So 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to do 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Again, our height is going to be 13. So let's just start by getting our bottom line. You're going to do the exact same step of bringing these lines down. So 1, 2, and 3, you're going to bring those down onto this line. You're going to measure a height of 13 and make a block. So I'm going to do that. Okay, once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're just going to make the bottom solid. Okay, now we're going to use 60 degrees again. So you're going to take your 60 degree, going to draw a line like that. And you're going to do the same on the other side, just like that. And then you're going to do a little thing like that, and then the same on the other side, just like that. Okay, and then once you've done that, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to grab your compass and you're going to measure the radius to the middle point, so would be there, and this one is going to exceed a little bit over the triangles because obviously we wanted to touch the lines. Okay, like that. Then you're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, let me just do that one off camera. So I'm going to do this side of camera. Okay, and then all you're going to do is you're going to literally make every single line here solid again. You're going to make like a square at the top here. And this one actually should be touching this top bit here. So I don't know where I went wrong. I probably measured a bit too short, you can see. But just make sure yours line up perfectly. So it must look like the one on the side here. And then I'm just going to draw it in so you can see what I mean. Okay, and that's all. There's no 30 degrees or anything. It's just like you draw it in a block, and then obviously this one should be touching over here. So it's quite simple. You just need to know your measurements. Then another measurement I actually would want to share with you is when you are doing like a nut. So say you get like, or a bolt, sorry, and you get that with the threading, and you need to get like the thickness of these lines over here. Your measurement will be 0.1 times diameter to give you your answer. Okay, so you just like, the rule is basically to know all these like measurements so that it will help you with your mechanical assembly. But other than that, it is really easy, so I hope that it does help you. Yeah.